I live alone and I love it. And so many women in our 60 Me community feel the same way. So I'm talking to all those people today who are living by themselves, by choice or by necessity or circumstances. What is it like living by yourself? Hi, it's Margaret here with 60Me, and I have just got back from a solo travel journey to England, and so I'm very conscious of what life on your own. I'm traveling. I visited with friends, of course, but on my own most of the time. And it's a very beautiful, independent lifestyle. But at the same time, you're only yourself to take responsibility for your health and for your safety and for your mental well-being as well. And I want to chat today though about your solo health plan, because no one's going to be there to remind you to do your exercise or take your vitamins or to go for walks or have an exercise plan. No one else is there to remind you all the time. You are your own sole responsibility to take care of yourself. It can be freeing to live alone, but it also can require some discipline. So let's talk about the kinds of things that I think about when I'm going, traveling solo or living solo, as regards nutrition and healthcare and just overall well-being. Okay. Now, no one else has said it's going to remind us to take care of ourselves, so it's down to you. First, food. Now, food for me has never been a priority in the sense of cooking it. Like I'm not a good cook. I mean, let's face it, Margaret. I love to, enjoy new things. I like new tastes. When I travel, I love to go to different places and explore their cultural, unique products. But I'm not a chef, so my cooking is basically very much in the ingredients that I bring to the table. Now, recently, I have really gotten into salads. And I actually love salads for just the versatility and the healthy nature of what's in the salad. And I really, really stop myself from falling back on the ready-made food or the packaged food and try to make my own healthy food. So salads with, Greek salad is one of my favorites with feta cheese. With cucumbers and tomatoes and olives and olive oil as a dressing, not that high fat dressings that you can purchase that are easily made by someone else. Don't sort of fall back on the things that are not so healthy but more convenient. Because when you're living solo, you're actually you've got that freedom. You can do it if you want. No one's there checking and saying, "Excuse me." The packaged food is not good for you. It's up to you. Anyway, I've said that a few times, but you get it. Cooking for one can be really beautiful. And if you're making a salad or cooking a dish, whatever you're making, one of my favorite dishes is just broccoli with salmon, like a little slice of salmon and maybe some kunwe, or is that how you pronounce it? But, lentils or some rice even I have sometimes. But, you can make a nice little plate. Make it pretty. Put it on a beautiful plate. Go to the charity shop. Buy yourself something that's really a treasure. I've got these plates with like flowers and unicorns on it. It's really cute. I should show it to you one day. But just have a nice plate. Make a small plate. Make the food fit the plate, not a huge platter of food. Because no one's telling you don't eat more than that, or you're eating too much cheesecake. Or whatever. You're doing it yourself. You're your own health guide, your own health coach, okay? So, make batch cook. That's one thing that I sometimes do in the winter. Make a big batch of lentil soup and, just put it in the fridge and just have, every other night have a bowl of lentil soup. You can put cheese on the top, or you can put something in it to make it a bit more tasty if you're eating meat or other, other vegetables. But batch cooking is really good when you're solo, because you're not having to cook every night. You can just pull on something that's already prepared and just use it, day by day. As I said, make a joyful celebration of your food. Put a candle on the table, have a nice placemat or a beautiful piece of cloth or paper, just to make it feel like you're treating yourself with some tenderness. And I'm just talking about dinner now, but breakfast, I always have a nice bowl of granola. I say nice bowl because the bowl is nice. It's a black bowl usually that I use. And I put granola. There's a brand I love called Spoon, which is just unique to Europe, I think, but it's actually UK, I think, but it's very, very good. It's a high fiber granola, and I put yogurt, Greek yogurt, And I don't do the zero fat thing. I just do normal, whatever it is, 5 or 10% fat. And then I put fruit, and I position the fruit all around the bowl, strawberries, and then some bananas, and then some, blueberries, and maybe apricot or whatever, and just make it look really beautiful. And I have that with my cup of tea. And that's about it, really. I mean, in terms of nutrition, I'm pretty boring. But what about you? What are your favorite meals? Now, in terms of mobility and exercise, that's also in your health plan, and it's down to you. If you don't want to do a gym, that's fine. I personally, like you, probably don't like gyms. Some of you love it, and that's great. But, just do what you can to exercise your body. Now, if you're sitting at your desk a lot during the day or sitting on the sofa, get up, set a timer. Just say, pick up your phone, say 1 hour timer, and then off you go for an hour. And just walk. Just walk around the room. Go for a walk outside. Fit your little shopping excursions and try to walk from the car to the shop rather than drive to that very last parking space near the door. Do these activities that you love. It's the most important thing. Just choose activity that you enjoy. For me, it's walking. I love walking. I'm sorry. I walk, I think, on my September trip, I averaged 10,000, 12,000 steps a day. And yes, my feet, I'm having difficulties with feet. My feet swell sometimes, but I bought some really cool socks that I wear. You just have to adapt yourself to your physical situation. And I know a lot of you have mobility issues and movement is challenging. But do what you can. That's all you can do. Do what you can. Choose your activity. Dance in your underwear, in your living kitchen, or anywhere with the curtain open or closed, I guess. I don't know where you live. But no, the point I'm making is just do what you love. Dance, belly dance, stretch, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, zhuangzi. There's all kinds of things you can do. Just do something. Move. Dance in the living room. That's my favorite one. And put your headphones on and just do it. Hey, if you're living solo, no one cares. No one's there to say, oh, can you just make less noise? Yes, you can. You can make as much noise as you want. Another thing is to remember your health checks. Not just your own little batch of medicines that you might be taking or vitamin pills that you want to take. I've got like a little day by day thing that I fill up with all I'm only taking one medicine now after my back was sorted out. So I just take one blood pressure medicine, and then I take vitamin B, a multivitamin, a high fiber pill, and then one for my legs that they gave me. It's a plant-based thing for your legs, for veins and swelling. So I'm being too much information probably, but if I share what I do, then maybe you'll feel comfortable, just documenting what you do. Make sure that you do your preventative checkups. Go to the doctor. Don't wait. I know that healthcare is a huge issue in the United States right now, but if you can't go to a doctor, then just use Dr. Google or Dr. whoever just to get some guidance. I mean, I'm not saying follow their instructions. They're not medical advisors. They're not doctors, so do not follow them that way. But if if you say, well, I've got this swelling, well, maybe they'll say, put your feet up, or they'll remind you to drink lots of water. Just the normal things that a friend would suggest. And call a friend. Call a friend if you feel a little nervous. I've got this thing going on. I'm not sure what it is. But get your preventative medicine checks on the calendar. At least do that once a year. Blood tests, and be your own health manager. That's the secret, is to, self-advocacy when you live alone. You've got to do it. Because no one's going to say, hey, you're looking a little bit, what's wrong with, what's that there? Just do it. Emotional and mental health. Now, this is maybe in some ways the most important, because I think so many people are saying now something which I think is so true, which is that stress is the number one cause of illness. Now, I don't know if that's an accurate statement, but I know that when you've got high cortisol, you've got stress hormones activated, inflammation is more likely, they say. I'm not a doctor, but this is what they say. And, you just need to make sure that you're, checking out those things for your mental health as well as for your physical health. Meditate, walk, exercise, call a friend. Come join us on Patreon, because we have a lovely chat room there where you can just chat with other women 24/7, wherever you are in the world. It's like a chat room service, which also, by the way, gives you an ad-free experience on the website, just a by the by. But, just get together with friends too. Solo living, you've got to discipline yourself to, make friendships that are in the physical world. I mean, yes, you can call and you can text and all that, but try to get together with people. Hugs are a huge physical, oh, I don't know, soother. And also it helps with your serotonin, dopamine, all those beautiful feel-good hormones that help us feel better, because that's important too. Living alone is not second best, it's first best. You are first. You are the only one that can guide yourself through this time. If you don't like living alone, then don't. Find a roommate, find a housemate, move in with someone. I'm actually seriously, I haven't even mentioned this to anyone yet, but online, but I'm actually seriously thinking of getting into a co-living space situation after this flexible living arrangement. Because this is nice. I mean, I'm sitting in my room right now in Switzerland, and this is one of my first videos in this new space. I've got a kitchen in the background and very evocative backdrop for the videos. But and it's, I'm alone. I like the sound of my voice. I actually like myself a lot. I like all of you. But I know that living with people, living around people, when you're a solo liver, is important too. You've chosen it, or you've been placed in this situation as a solo woman. Now you've got to deal with what works for you. And there's no harm in looking for a roommate, flatmate, housemate, lots of agencies now that can help you find that. And if you've got any suggestions, things you've done, let me know. Put them in the comments section, please. Thank you all for being here, my solo sisters. For the ones of you who are not solo that are listening, really the same applies to you, because your partner is not your responsibility, right? He's not going to, or she's not going to take care of your health. You've got to do that anyway, whether you're physically alone or just being accountable to you as a solo woman. Oh, Lord, what a day. Anyway, have a great day wherever you are in this beautiful world. Know that I love you. I'm really, really happy to be back on the camera doing videos after being away for a month, holding my phone on train stations and things. But yeah, I'm living this new life now, and I'm very aware of all the things I've talked about today for you. So hang in there. Take care. Bye for now.